Hello Pisces, welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 14th going to the 20th of August. So let's have a little look and see what is going on for you guys. Let's see, the initial P may be significant for some reason, whether it's a place, person. Pisces, what is going on? Ooh. Okay. Let's get an overall energy for you guys this week. So, you're going to be in your emotions a little bit this week. Now, it's not always a bad thing, so just keep that in mind. Okay, you will get some good news, but it feels like something... I feel like there is some disappointment over something that may have not happened, or something that you're realizing may not actually happen anyway, like in general. Because your two oracle cards, the first one is not for you, and this is a blessing in disguise. So even though it may be painful when we get rejected from something, or something doesn't go our way, or if you kind of realize that by doing something it may not go in your favor, and maybe somebody's playing tricks or acting selfishly, basically, more in a sense of somebody who is trying to initiate something with you, whether it's career, whether it's job, whether it's family, whatever it might be, friendship wise, and you're kind of realizing that they're only doing it for their benefit, not really for yours. So that might be something that's coming up here, or again, it could just be some rejection here. But again, sometimes when we get rejected from something, it's because it's actually just not for you. You might not be treated very well, or it may not actually be something that you like, so that's coming through. You then have the orphaned energy that comes up after that, and that is why I aggressively shouted Pisces, or empathetically shouted Pisces, not aggressively, but more in a sense of you're feeling very down about something that you may have been rejected from. It may have knocked your confidence a little bit. It may have left a little hole in your heart, almost, a little bit of lack of hope because of it. Orphaned energy represents feeling orphaned, basically. So feeling a little bit left out, feeling like you're a bit alone with your struggles and stresses. But I do see that things will get better, but let's see why. Because you do have the Sun card. So that is the most positive card in the deck. So that's amazing. There is good news coming through for you guys. Sometimes what this means is sometimes we have to face the sun to get that kind of positivity. So that might be a message for some of you guys. The first card though was a Page of Cups. So some of you might get some emotional news at this time. I feel like there is happiness overall. So whether you are moving away from that energy and getting good news now, that could be the great thing here. Let's clarify. Let's keep going. Let's get what the blockage is this week for Pisces. High Priestess, that's your energy. The blockage could also be like hidden things. Pisces, blockage. The Emperor. Some of you may not be speaking to somebody, or maybe somebody is having a little bit of secrets. That could be you, could be somebody else. It doesn't have to be anything drastic and terrible. It may be someone's feelings. High Priestess is usually about hidden things, and the Emperor is either a father figure, a masculine figure. It could be a boss. It could be you. Maybe you're not feeling in your conquering energy. You might not be feeling very powerful, very confident about the decisions that you're making, or the path that you're paving for yourself. Because if this Emperor represents you, regardless of gender, again, always, it's about wisdom. It's about being able to take charge of your life. It's ruled by Mars, which is a very aggressive planet in good ways. It's about having a lot of energy and force, and wanting to use that to conquer goals and to achieve. The High Priestess seems to kind of be blocking this Emperor energy, if I'm being honest. Like, maybe some of you are being blocked by hidden messages, hidden news. Could be deep subconscious fears, of course. Maybe if you've been blocked in the past to something that you wanted, you might be fearful about how much power and control you actually have over your life, and that could be quite scary. I do see good news. So I'm picking up that it's not for you. It might be past energy, to be honest. Because I get really positive views this week for you. Because that's what the Sun card is. By the way, Virgo actually had this last week, and this kind of combination that came up for them kind of gave me the vibes of working in silence. Because this is your blockage here, maybe doing things alone is not your biggest strength this week, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, maybe this is about actually communicating your dreams, goals, desires, because you never know who you're talking to and what they might know, because either somebody might be able to be like, Pisces, I know someone who does this. I will speak to them. I'll put a good word in for you. You know, like maybe you are being a little bit too independent. There's nothing wrong with that. But because of the fact that you're only fearful because of some sort of shame, of rejection, or disappointment, that there might be an inability to speak up. So it's not coming from a powerful place. Even though you are powerful, you have the Emperor there. It's coming from a place of fear of being seen in your vulnerability, for some of you. Some of you, this could just be somebody who you might not be speaking to at this moment with the High Priestess and the Emperor. Maybe you're feeling like you're very out of touch with your own wisdom, or maybe you're feeling like, I don't know, there's a little bit of that going through, a little bit of mental conflict, to be honest with you. I do believe, though, that when you ground yourself, because on the bottom of the deck, I don't always pull this out, but the Breathe card is Piscean energy for some reason. To me, that's the sign that came up for this card, because sometimes we can get away with ourselves and away with our imagination, or away with our thoughts and feelings, that we forget to ground ourselves with that and realize what's real and what's not, something that we're fearing and something that's actually happening or will happen. The line can get very blurred in between. So you might be worrying about things that have not even happened. The Breathe card is saying, focus on your own lily pad right now. Don't focus on everything around you. Don't focus on what may have happened already. This card speaks of being very highly sensitive, and Pisces, you are known for being the sign that is very intuitive and very open to energies. I'm touching the headspace because you guys are known to kind of be around that crown chakra. You're very intuitive people, whether it's intentional or not. And that may mean that your energies get shaken up by other people's disappointments. If someone else fails something, you're like, oh, am I going to do that too? Like, am I going to fail with that too? You might take on other people's energies a bit too much. So because of that, you might be doubting yourself a little bit. And it's a little bit of disappointment in your energy. I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot to kind of clarify the oracles for you. The Not For You card is coming through the Two of Wands. That's focusing on your future here. Maybe you're realizing that something in this present moment is something that you want to change. Maybe something is just not resonating with you anymore. Maybe you want to change your vision, your goals. It is to do with your ideas. Look at all these candles around her. I always feel like this is you figuring out your magic. You're figuring out your skills, your abilities, your creativity. Queen of Wands is very good. She's very confident. But most importantly, it's because she's in her own energy. She doesn't care about everybody else and what they think about her. She's confident within herself. She doesn't need external approval. Two of Wands with Queen of Wands, this fiery energy is really good. It's about ambition, it's about adventure, it's about having a lot of ideas. So because you have Not For You, maybe something that you're experiencing now, you can see in this card, she has one stick but she's preferring the other. And in the normal Rider-Waite tarot deck with the Two of Wands, it's kind of saying that you may have outgrown something. Maybe something may have been for you, but now you're questioning the morals and ethics of that company or that goal. Like something is changing. Something is changing within you, Pisces. But there are a lot of things that you're capable of doing. So you might need to kind of relook at your goals because something's changing. I don't know if you guys have pain in the neck here. Just be careful. All right, what's this orphaned energy then? You're feeling out of control for some reason. Temperance. Okay, orphaned energy. Ooh. We have your energy again. High Priestess. It's on the bottom of the deck. But Temperance. This is a good card to come through for that because it's saying that be patient with yourself. You might need a little bit of a break, a little bit of time out, a little bit of a vacation. The orphaned card with the Temperance is saying that you're going to really... The orphaned card is an emotional card. So that's where the moon would come in, as you can see here. The sun is coming through, so it's kind of saying everything's going to be okay. And I do see the sun in your reading, so you are going to get some good news. It's going to balance this out for you. You're going to really understand that, okay, maybe you might be feeling down that something's not working out for you, as I said. But then something else comes in and it's like, oh, that's even better. but you're not seeing that right now. So Temperance is saying be patient. You are going to get some good news that's going to balance out whatever setback you feel you've been through. And then you have this on top, 8 of Swords, Page of Swords. Knowledge will be your best friend here. Page of Swords is really good for curiosity, following that curiosity, having those good ideas, researching into it, because this is what's going to help you bridge the gap between where you are now and where you're going, which is amazing. 8 of Swords though, be careful of being fearful and be careful of being jealous or envious of other people. Of course, that's not with everyone, but the Page of Swords can sometimes be triggered by others very easily. It can be a card of stalking. It could be a card of, kind of watching, seeing what everyone else is doing, and comparing yourself. So just pay attention to that. The 8 of Swords as well is kind of feeling stuck up in your head. One thing I'm going to say about this is if you're researching something, if you're learning about new things, if you're looking into new opportunities that you would like to do, I think it's a big change, whatever this may be. Don't be afraid of being seen. Don't be afraid of trying new things. Like, this is the only way that we learn fully what it is that we actually want out of life. And if you're feeling like you don't know anymore because something's changed or you don't feel like you're connected to it anymore, it just means that you're creating space for something better. And that is what I'm seeing for you guys here, is that this is what's happening. You've had this disappointment. You've had this feeling of feeling lost and not quite sure. Why do I not feel like I want this anymore? But you have the Page of Cups and the Sun card. There's something very surprising coming through, and it's very good news. Let's see what this good news is. It's probably an opportunity. Sun card, please. 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. It is feeling happy, indulging yourself in these emotions and whatever it is that's going to be coming away. It does feel like very good news and something that's going to make you feel like you're being set free. Oh, interesting. Speaking of being set free, now you have the Devil and you have the Hierophant, and this is interesting because the Devil is kind of like usually in a normal Rider-Waite deck. The Devil has got 2 people chained up to it, right? So it's about fear, it's about low levels, maybe a lack of belief even. So there is a quote I read in the book, which is something here. It's Eastern body, Western mind. Very good book. It's about the chakras if you want to read it. There's something, was it that book? I think it actually might have been The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel. So try that out or listen to the audiobook. It's very good for manifesting. But that book was saying something like a lack of belief is not really a lack of belief. It's a lack of belief in good things, but a big belief in the bad things, in fear, in that bad things are going to happen. So just pay attention to that, because I feel like you were in this Devil energies. Again, somebody who's 2 people who are chained up to the Devil usually tricks your mind, makes you fearful. And then you have the Hierophant, which is usually, kind of a religious card. It's having a belief system. It's whether you are religious or spiritual, whatever it is, it's about believing in something higher, being able to ascend to something higher. So fear might be making you feel stuck, but you are moving into belief, which is incredible and amazing, because you're believing that good things can happen to you finally, which maybe you weren't very connected before. The Hierophant is also really good for like commitments and responsibilities. It's about learning things, all right? So you could be setting yourself free. I like that. Anything else for Pisces? Ace of Pentacles. Well, we love that. Expect this to be happening most likely in your career or anything to do with the finances, all right? It's a stable new beginning, one that's yours only, something that you can plant, nourish, nurture. It's up to you what you do with this and how you deal with this. But I really do believe that good things are coming because of this. But again, we have to kind of be a little bit more open. I can understand though, like I'm pulling this face because I do get it. I'm a human being also, as much as I'm a messenger, and I really do believe what the tarot says, that, you're making space for new things. So things are kind of crumbling right now, and you're feeling a certain way right now because, when they're telling you this is not resonating with you anymore, Pisces, and they're kind of getting rid of things, it's because they're making space for better things. But I can understand how scary it is when you're in that. You feel like the water's against you. Why do I feel this way? You start kind of feeling quite depressed and low and, fearful about where life is going. And You start to question your own power, like that Emperor and the High Priestess was kind of initiating. So you are still powerful, you are still in control of your destiny, but because you're changing, your life is changing, and to fit this new energy that you're going on to. So don't worry, just a blip in the timeline. Promise things will get better. You have the Sun card. Goodness me, that's a great card. Let's get you a keyword, and then we're going to pull you some random messages for you Pisces. We have empathy. Yeah, you guys are very like empathic people, and that could be again why we need to breathe. All right, breath work, meditation can be very good for you. But empathy says I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. So again, just like that Temperance, you have the Moon. Yes, there's difficult things, there are difficult emotions, but you also have really good things coming in too. So that, you know, there are two sides always. I felt like I had to straighten up there. I don't know if your posture. I feel like a chest pain. I don't know if you guys have pains, like my neck, what was it? It was here, and now I feel it here. Whew, all right, let's see. For Pisces, please. Okie dokie. You have news is on its way. With the bird flying here. You have seahorse, family matters coming up this week. Somebody in a family could be behaving stupidly, or you could be getting news about this person. But you have some victory coming through for you. All right. I told you, victory is yours. Something is going to work out better than you expected. All right. So Pisces, I'm going to love you and leave you. I wish you well. Make sure you subscribe if you'd like to see more of these videos. And if you resonated, then let me know down below. Other than that, I will see you guys next time. All right.